Shashi ma'am, can you introduce our next guest speaker?
Yes, Nehal. So I would like to introduce our next guest speaker, Dr. Ajay Kumar. He has completed his Master of Engineering in Software Engineering and PhD from Thapar University, Patiala. Currently, he is working as Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Chitkara University. His areas of interest include information security, cloud computing, big data analytics, and software engineering. His current research focus is on secure and efficient large scale storage management in cloud computing environments. In addition to his contribution to ASP.NET using C hash developer on various domains, he has also published many quality research papers in journals of good reputation. I would request Dr. Ajay to please come on stage with a huge round of applause, Dr. Ajay Kumar.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to all of you. Uh, just sharing my screen. Please confirm it is visible to all.
Yes, yeah, we are able to see
Yeah.
it.
Thank you. So now let's start this session. Business 4.0, the new age transformation paradigms. So this is very important topic actually. So you all know, all are surrounded in business everywhere. Business, I think. So now business 4.0 is totally different. So you can also say like new paradigms of business strategy. So everything are changed in business 4.0. So now just start with some pictures. So what is this exactly? So you know very well in earlier it is even in rural area also using same thing nowadays. So now after this, this is also but same thing. Uh, this is a floor with anything just floor machines, and after this, just there are so many innovations, and now look like this. So now same machines are innovated in these forms. So there are four different machines. So you can see like earlier to now. So there's so different. There's so many innovations, but definitely all are doing same task. So now basically this is the industry evolutions. So industry 1.0 basically like 18th century. So there's at that time basically most of the there is no any transportation facility, any electricity like something. So they are like definitely that time also manufacturing there's so many products. So you can see this is the industry 1.0. After this industry 2.0, there are so many transportations like mm, uh, train. So basically, you can like electrical vehicles and also discover so many things for transportation purpose and like this. And after industry 3.0, so definitely there are some different types of machines and used in manufacturing and in different forms of the business. So now industry 4.0, so you can see mobile phone, someone are using a mobile phones and doing something. So yeah, definitely this is the era and today. So industry 4.0, so basically, it is based on cyber physical systems. So now you can see simply business 1.0 like 18th century. So water and steam powered machines were developed to add workers like something. Maybe their neighbors, local markets, and sometime maybe like blue carts as something just for using for transportations like. So this is the business, a very limited business at that time. Now in business 2.0, in the beginning of 20th century, like electricity becomes in the primary source of the power, and it was easier to use than water and stems enable business to concentrate power sources to individual machines. And also there are so many transportation facilities like some vehicles also manufactures in this, and productions are also through some industry, but not in large scale. So that in business 2.0, so there are some level of the manufacturing through industry. So now business 3.0, so its last few decades of 20th century inventions and manufacturing of electronic devices such as transistor, even also comes in 3.0. So basically computers also, like business 3.0, you can say zero. And use so this is low here. So I think almost topics are covered in this symposiums in this event. So I have seen so many topics like big data, autonomous robotics, simulations, system integration, Internet
Ajay,
of Things,
Dr.
cyber
Ajay,
security.
sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Your screen sharing is not visible.
Okay.
Can
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
please share it again? Thank you.
So I think it is visible. Please confirm me.
Yes, Ajay, we can see it. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So now this is the business 4.0. So you can see here, so there's so many things, so many technology that surrounded in business 4.0. So all like big data, robotics, simulation, system integrations, IoT, cyber security, cloud computing, and adaptive manufacturing. So everything are surrounded in business 4.0. So now you can say in the 21st century, Business 4.0 concepts the Internet of Things with manufacturing techniques to enable system to share information, analyze it, and also use it to guide intelligent actions. Basically, everywhere. I can't say like only IT sectors using like Business 4.0. No, so everywhere, like even manufacturing sector, healthcare sector, agriculture sectors, everywhere using all this technology. So now, so what are the business 4.0 behavior basically? So the business 4.0 is a framework of business behaviors that optimize the digital advantage to create customer value. So this is the main thing. And another thing like creating exponential values and driving mass personalizations, leveraging ecosystems, and embracing risk. So basically, these are some uh, benefits in business 4.0. So now, first of all, exponential values. So definitely, business can so we can easily increase the scopes of the business. So now you can see like the example of like Amazon, Flipkarts. So there, it is not limited. Sometimes, like suppose any company manufacturing a particular products, and it is totally depend upon advertisement, like television advertisements, yeah, newspaper advertisements, and then customers know their products and purchase like something. But now, so it is not like Amazon, Flipkart, just simply suppose you are purchasing any electronics gadgets. So definitely, anyone you don't know. So who is the manufacturer, who is the like something. So you can easily get the products as you want. So you can increase the scopes of the business, and also like there is exponential value. Exponential is, see, it is not like a fixed, so they may be unpredictable. So driving mass personalization. So definitely you can create very large scale. Suppose your business maybe like suppose we have only limited customers. So it is not like this. So in business 4.0, so you can create a large number of customers, a large number of like something. Suppose if you are doing online business, so it is not you don't have to create infrastructures like something. So definitely it helps to create a mass driving a mass personalizations, and also leveraging ecosystem, so you can easily integrate with any business, and also embracing risk. So definitely digital technology have enabled new level of agility and flexibility, allowing business to embrace risk. So now, so what are the technology pillars of business 4.0? So business 4.0 is having four pillars: agile development, business intelligence, cloud computing, and cyber security. So these are four major pillars. So definitely, so anyone wants to like, especially for like any students studying like graduating engineering, yeah, any science related subjects. So definitely have to study at least one pillar. Then that survive in industry now. Otherwise, it's very difficult to survive in industry. So agile development. So definitely now industry are not like using like software engineering concept. There's so many process models like waterfall, incremental. So now customers they're totally changed. So no wait for 2 years, 3 years for their products. So customers needs frequently. So now customers wants everything on demand service like. So it is not like so you have to wait for 2 years to for this software like this product like something, because we have to follow so many standards, procedures, process models. So no, so it is totally changed. So now another thing, business intelligence. So yeah, definitely it's a very important thing. Already in previous sessions, machine learning. So now you can easily predict the customer behavior, customer choices, what customers, and also you can find your gaps. You can just find your markets. So what types of products are needed in markets, which products should be manufactured. So you can easily predict. So now machine learning, deep learning, there's so many techniques are available. So everywhere business are using these techniques and increase their profits, and also survive without losses. So that can easily because they already have their data sets. So, and on the basis of that data sets, definitely business can business persons, yeah, any vendors can easily predict so what are the customer needs. And now cloud computing it is also very important thing. So the cloud is one of the third pillars. It's very important pillars of business 4.0. So most of the business are in uh, transfer, yeah, migrated in cloud environment. So it is not like it is not, because now every business having the too much data. So it is not possible to deploy their own server in own industry like something. It is also it's become very costly. So definitely it's like suppose any news media. So news media generating every day like hundreds of terabyte information, thousands of terabyte information. So it is not possible to establish their own data centers. And so definitely this is the main purpose of this business is to create some news and broadcast the news. So it is not like maintain their data center like something. So definitely hire and depend upon some third parties like Amazon's, Microsoft. There's so many industry vendors that have deployed their data centers. So definitely most of the business are using cloud service for storage purpose, even like the computational security services also. So another the most important pillar is cyber security. So definitely cyber security. So all the business are online. Most of the business. So definitely we have to secure their because cyber security means we have to protect data. So I will explain and let so what exactly cyber security and what are the roles in business 4.0. So now, so first agile development. So agile has emerged from confine the software development and has redefined the alignment of the business and IT sectors. So definitely because uh, no need to develop and definitely we have to reuse suppose like software reuse, and so it is not like so we have already developed, so definitely you have to reuse also. So like enterprises agile focus on value streams rather than functional swells to drive the desire and end customer experience. So, and another things like agile transformation helps to company respond faster to customer and competitors and become learner and more innovative. And it also helps to rehearse the future to take calculate and well informed risk. So these are some features of the agile developments. So now, business intelligence, like data science, cognitive capabilities, and natural language processing enables machines to understand and act of autonomously. So it also allows like never before scales and automations, allowing the users to machine of tasks where earlier and preserve of the humans. So it also like allows to organization to create autonomous solutions which have take human capability to unforeseen levels. So definitely we have to use some like machine learning techniques, deep learn. So there are so many techniques available in previous sessions. Already like in machine learning, supervised, unsupervised, and so many things are available. Suppose if you want to predict a business, suppose you are doing a business like properties. So you have suppose you have uh, so many flats. Suppose you have 10 flats, and now you want to predict. Suppose if you want to create your new flats, and you have to predict what are the cost of new flats. So you can easily predict with the help of machine learning. There's so many different algorithms you can apply, and you can predict on the basis of previous experience and data sets. So now this is the uh, very important pillars. Now cloud computing. So now what is cloud basically? So it is a collection of dynamic, scalable and virtualized resources which are provided as a service over the internet. So you can say like in clouds, everything as a service. So basically I'm saying like everything like data as a service, security as a service, interface as a service, platform as a service. So you can say like cloud provides everything as a service. So definitely it is an emerging technology that operates at large scale. So now it requires a different approach and application architectures to store manage large scale data dynamically. Why? Because definitely in clouds there are so different variety of data you have to store. Not in earlier like we have to store only structured data in like in table SQL, Oracle like something. But now we have so different types of data like structure, semi-structure, unstructured. So definitely we have to apply some different approaches so we can easily manipulate such types of data. Even like like the three main characteristics like volumes, velocity, and variety. So basically, all these three V's are very important. So you have to consider all these things. So because data are large scale, and it means we have large volumes of data, and there are also so different varieties of data, and just generating very frequently. You can say like a velocity of the data. So definitely we have to apply some different approach. So cloud computing provides us that we can easily implement all these things in cloud environments. So resource can interact dynamically and improve the supply level. So definitely now you can say like it is not you have fixed any type have something like reserve fixed users. Is it one example like Gmail. So Gmail, you feel correct. Like so, segmenting because so you can just not passable physically. While it's number of users. So terabyte amount, like millions data is used. GB, whenever
I think we are facing some technical difficulties with Dr. Ajay. I would request Dr. Ajay to turn off his video, maybe to save the bandwidth. Yes, I think we just lost you now. You're connected, so you can carry on now.
yeah.
And during the session, if you are turn off your video, that will
That's fine.
be
Yeah,
save your bandwidth.
you can share your files again. Yeah.
Now is it visible?
No, not yet.
Can you
Yeah,
share your screen?
share your screen here. Your presentation.
Visible?
No, not yet. No, it's not visible. Your screen was earlier visible till the slide of the cloud computing, and then we lost you.
Now it is visible.
No. Maybe you have to select OK or something at the bottom. Or just double click.
Not visible.
No. You see third button and the bottom, the up arrow.
Now it's visible.
No, it's not yet visible. We can hear you very clearly now, but your document is not visible.
Dr. Ajay, you can carry on your presentation without your slide sharing because we can listen to you clearly.
Yes, yeah, we can listen to you.
And turning on the camera.
Yeah, I think maybe you can now turn on the camera because it's only one feed now. Yeah.
So again, not visible. So I have
Uh,
shared.
no, somehow it's not visible.
It's all right. There must be some platform difficulty. You can
Yeah.
continue with your presentation without sharing your screen.
Uh, 1 minute.
Thank you.
So now I just uh, so now let's start this without PPT. So basically, a cloud computing. So I'm just saying what is cloud exactly. So cloud basically definitely exploits a different approach to for application architectures as well as storage uh, services, and also like how to manage large scale data in a particular servers. So definitely it's a very important. So now it's also like on-demand, flexible, scalable computing capabilities, and also allow to enterprise anytime, anywhere access their data. So in like in different devices, like you can also access data through mobile and laptops, PC. So now, so there are so many cloud storage services available like AWS, Peanuts, Bigtable, HBase. There's so many cloud-oriented storage service already available. So now another is a very important thing like cyber security. So you know, so what is exactly cyber security? So cyber security is the applications of technology, process control to protect systems, networks, programs, hardwares, and data from cyber attacks. So this is the main purpose of cyber security. So I think there's so many speakers already explained what is cyber security. So I'm not going in details. So definitely, the main aim of cybersecurity is to reduce the risk of cyber attacks and protect against the unauthorized exploitations of the systems and network as well as technology. So definitely, the cyber security is having like five different types of uh, like different techniques, like critical infrastructure cyber security, network security, cloud security, Internet of Things security, and application security. So we have to care about all these things. So basically, like there's so many cyber security related, so many tools. I have recently I used like Nessus. So Nessus can easily identify the vulnerability of the systems. Suppose if you are using a particular software, any tools, technology, applications, so you can easily identify the vulnerability of their. So there's so many software tools are available. So now another is what are the design principle of uh, business 4.0. So definitely the first thing like interoperability. So interoperability means that we can easily like cyber physical systems, movements, smart factories to connect and communicate with each other through internet, as well as the internet oriented device, like you can say like IoT devices. So first, the main design principle is interoperability. So we can easily interact with any humans, any industry, any other persons, like with the help of IoT devices. Another thing is virtualizations. So this is also another concept regarding business 4.0. So virtualization basically, so we can use a maximum utilizations of the particular physical system. So definitely this is also it is not like only in computer IT sectors. So we can use as anywhere, like agriculture sectors, healthcare sectors. We can apply virtualization concepts everywhere. So now another is decentralization. So business 4.0 is fully decentralized. So it not like a centralized earlier, like so whatever data, yeah, any activities, any process, that all are in centralized manner. But now it is fully decentralized. Basically its ability to cyber physical systems within a smart factory to make decisions on their own. And another design principle is real-time capability. So it is also to collect the analyze data and provide the insight immediately. So we can also say we can easily predict the particular things. Suppose if any manufacturing company wants to manufacture, they're manufacturing different variety of products. So definitely we can easily analyze which product should be manufactured in this year, so that their profits may be maximized. So definitely with the help of machine learning, that can easily find and with that can easily identify that thing. So now service orientation as well as modularity is also a design principle of the business 4.0. So definitely there are different aspects of the business 4.0, like global communications, factory infrastructure, tools, machinery, asset management, stock management, digital manufacturing, so sensors. So these are some components of the business 4.0. So definitely we have to manage all these things. So we can also increase like customer relationship management, enterprise resource planning. So these are some very value chain of the business 4.0. So now there's so many potential implications of the business 4.0, like robotic robot assisted productions, you can say. So business, you can use a robotics and you can increase the productions. Another implications maybe like security as a service. So now, in cloud computing, everything as service. Same thing, we can also use a security as a service. So there are so many security services provided, like digital certificate, digital signatures, cryptography, encryption, decryption. So this so many, like you can say like NIST, National Institute of Standard Technology. So they already developed so many different security standards, and just you can use as per, actually this is a paid services, not a, yeah, somewhere like so many free services also. So you can, because you are not able to develop their own security system, so you can easily hire, you can also depend upon third party. It is also very cost effective, so you don't have to pay too much amounts. So this is also another implications. Another implication like predictions as a service. So I have already explained so many times, like adaptive manufacturing of the complex parts. So definitely you have to identify which products should be manufactured, and you can also identify region wise. So definitely, so it is not like same, like suppose in South India, in North India. So definitely there are so different geographical regions. So that's why you have to manufacture products in area wise, region wise, like something. So big data drive quality controls. It is also one of the potential implication of the business 4.0. So because big data is not a problem. So someone saying like big data is problem. No, big data is solutions, gives the solutions. So big data, like suppose you can find it is not only for machine learning, but you can also apply in different fields, different like suppose in case of healthcare. Suppose there are so many cancer patients data having. So definitely you can analyze that data and you can easily predict the, suppose any persons are suffering from cancer, so you can easily predict so that problems, that issues can be cured early. Otherwise, like third stage cancer, it's very difficult to care. So definitely if you predict early, it will automatic easily curable. So definitely it's big data play a very important role. So production line simulations also. So you can like especially in like product line software, like transaction like banking, insurance. So definitely that can also, yeah, definitely there's so issues because bank are still not using clouds. Why? Because there is so many security issues, because it is not like trust, you can say like trust. So bank never stores their own confidential data on third party servers and like data centers something. So definitely there is some challenges, and we should have to work on this area. So like trust management security is one of the big challenges. And also like smart supply networks, we can also it is also very important implications. So now what are the impact, like definitely impact like national and global levels, government, country, region, cities, and international securities. So these are some national level impact. Societal like inequalities, communities. So this is also giving so many impacts in business 4.0. And like individual also, like identity, moralities, and ethics and human connections. So definitely these are some individual impacts of business 4.0. So definitely business 4.0, it's a very important, now it's a play a very important role, uh, as well as nations, societies, as well as individuals. So this is all about my today's sessions. So now, actually, there's some graphical things, so it is not possible to explain because like top skills. So definitely where we can use business 4.0 and what are the data behind business 4.0 and some uh, business are out. Definitely, there's lots of business increase their productions with the help of business 4.0 strategy. So these are some uh, top skills related to business 4.0. So that's all about my presentations.
Hello, Dr. Ajay. Yeah, you can turn on your camera now.
Yeah.
Yes, it was really very, very good. Say you brought back old memories, how things were done initially, how the innovation journey started for many industries. And you rightly pointed out that we are in essentially a phase of business 4.0 with this automated mobility and all these HoloLens and Google glasses. So we, as I think, technologists have to make sure that the confidence of the business owners, founders, and consumers is not lost when these technologies are deployed, because many of these innovations are also used by hackers to gain entry into the corporate applications, data centers, and even they do steal this valuable data. So when company progresses, adopts new technology, they also have to step up the cyber defense, cyber security. So just going for the IoT devices but not configuring it with proper security measures is like a half baked approach. Just like any new fascinating house or building you build, right? You always think about its security as well. That how we secure the front door, back door, and how we secure it from natural disasters. Same thing is with the technology and the businesses. So you did wonderful job, and we got many wonderful comments here in the chat. Many agree with your ideas that yes, banks are little bit behind in adopting new technology, because fintechs like Paytm and Google Pay are doing the same thing, right? They are allowing you to store the money, they're allowing you to transfer the money. So banks also have to step up, I think, in technology and security. They cannot go away with say that, oh, we have a lot of work to do. No, because if you don't invest in the tools and also in the resources, no matter how much automation you do, but you still need resources, but in say different area. Earlier you were having large workforce as the tailors, but now you need large, better equipped workforce for your security operations, IT operations, and they have to have focus on all the threat alerting for different customer accounts, I think. So it's always essential, I think, that when we grow, it's always challenging that we also secure the technology. So, with this, from on
Okay.
behalf of audience, I have a question for you. So, if somebody is doing his MBA and he wants to join a business on the technology side, what would be your advice or recommendation? Like, what should be the student's approach, and what should he be, preparing for such a job?
Yeah, definitely. I have already explained like technology pillars. So business 4.0 having four pillars: cloud computing, agile development, business intelligence, and cyber security. So at least one pillar must be strong, so that students can easily survive in industries. Suppose if you are not knowing any one of pillars, it means you are not surviving today's because all sectors everywhere, sir, like even healthcare, manufacturing, agriculture, all are using all these four pillars. So definitely you must know at least one pillar, so you can easily survive in industries. So this is my suggestion. So if you are doing MBA as well as engineering, so at least you should expertise in one pillar. Yeah, this is my
Yes.
suggestion.
Yeah, true, true, very true. Yeah, you have to have, I think, basic these pillars with you, the concepts and adoption of, that you should be prepared to work with these pillars. Then only you will succeed, I think. It was, I think, very nice presentation, and really it was thoughtful how you went back how different things were, laid it down one after the one after the. It was very nice.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank, thank you, Dr. Ajay. And I like to also add here, if you don't know about one of pillar, don't worry, you can take education and then you can start.
Yeah,
There
sure.
is so many resource available on YouTube or any industry. They can help you to get that information. So just learn. So you can easily work with. If you want to hire someone, then you can guide them how to do that things. Otherwise, you are not able to guide them in a right direction, and you are making dependency here with your employee or that person you can hire. You are always depend on it. So decrease the possibility of dependency. We can do, at least we are preferring, like if you have little knowledge of one of these pillar, that would be very helpful to you to improve
Yes.
and maintain your business. Thank you,
Yes, I
Dr.
think,
Ajay.
yeah, as a founders also, you should have a upgraded knowledge on your side that what are the different new things going on in your innovation. Whether you are in your food industry, pharmaceutical industry, healthcare. With COVID, everybody had to change and
Yeah,
everybody had to pivot. So this business 4.0,
but
immediately got accelerated, I think.
one thing is there, Dhaval, like this technology is help you to grow, but that doesn't mean without this technology you cannot survive.
Yes, yes, yeah. It's always
When you are providing any service or
Yeah,
anything.
actually, in today's, yeah, so basically in today's, like most of the like IITs and ITs they started their BTech in cyber security, MTech in cyber security, BTech in data science, like something, because in markets demand this thing. So most of the organization, educational organizations, providing such types of educational applications.
yeah, true, true.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's it.
once again, Dr. J, for sharing your valuable knowledge
Okay.
and your time to our platform. Many of our attendees were from the student community and early professionals. Even some founders are here. They are got enlightened with your rich knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Mhm.